Hi, I'm Ben with Xena Forest Products, and we're here today to talk about the difference between a site-finished wood floor and a pre-finished wood floor.
And I'm Andrea, and I have all kinds of questions about this topic. So can you walk me through what is the difference between the two and the process?
Absolutely. So all the flooring that we make here at Xena is intended to be sanded and finished in place. That's called a site-finished floor. And so this floor would be installed, and then the installer would come along and sand the whole floor and then apply finish to it. And the reason for that sanding is that even with perfect milling tolerances, there's always just a little step between the boards. It's called overwood. And that gets sanded off so that the boards are all perfectly smooth, and then the finish gets applied. That gives you a durable, long-lasting floor. To me, the mark of good floor is a floor that you can slide across on with your socks.
No
That
splinters.
gives you no splinters.
That's
that
great.
gives you a nice, smooth surface.
That's wonderful.
Here you can see some of Xena flooring that has been finished. So you can see those seams almost disappear.
Wow.
They're
it's like
smooth.
They're not, it's like they're
the
not
finish
there.
goes right across the top of them.
You could slide across that.
You sure could. And the lovely thing about this is it's very water, not proof, but very close to waterproof. You spill something on the floor, it just is going to pool, and you can mop it up with a sponge. It's all fine.
I have a floor that's almost 100 years old, and we cannot do that with my floor because stuff goes between the gaps. So I would love it if my floor was like that.
So that's in a nutshell, that's a site finished floor. A pre-finished floor, is going to be sanded and finished at the factory, and all you have to do is install it, and it's done. So how do you deal with that over and underwood? You make what's called a micro bevel. And if you see very closely here, there's a little V milled onto that piece of flooring.
Yeah.
That creates a micro bevel. That masks those steps between the boards, that overwood.
Interesting.
And so when these get put together, you see there's a little seam right there. These boards already have finish on them. They have a micro bevel. So that micro bevel continues to exist on the floor for the life of the floor.
That seems like that's a place where a lot of dirt can get caught.
It can catch dirt. You can't slide across it with your socks.
No.
You go dut, 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 dut. Don't go very far. Also, if you spill water on the floor, it'll pool on the piece of wood, but it'll run right down between your tongue and groove joints and get trapped underneath the floor.
That can be good.
And one of the reasons we really like only doing site finished floors at Xena is this can be sanded and refinished very easily many times. The beauty of a wood floor is you can sand and refinish it, you can repair it easily, and you just keep sanding and refinishing and sanding and refinishing until you get down to the joint.
And that can last over 100 years.
Over 100 years.
So what happens when you try to do that with something that has a micro bevel on it?
So a couple things. One, you have to sand past the micro bevel in the first sanding to get all that dirt and old finish out of there. And so all of a sudden we've lost almost half of that wear layer in that first sanding. It's a lot. And often pre-finished floors have aluminum oxides, have some very durable abrasive materials in that finish that make it really, really hard to sand. And so most flooring installers and refinishers don't really want to touch a pre-finished floor. Pre-finished floors are often a one and done. They don't get refinished. When that first finish wears out, you get rid of it.
Well, that means like having to move all of your furniture and everything out and having time away while they're tearing out and installing versus having a floor that can be in place for 100 years.
Absolutely. Site finished floors, very easy to repair. The finish is put on in place. Let's say something gets damaged. Well, a single board can be removed, a new board put back, you can refinish it and it looks just like it was.
That's amazing.
Whereas with a pre-finished floor, if that happens, you have to go back to the manufacturer and hope that they still have that particular finish color that they're still making. Otherwise, if one board gets damaged, you may have to replace the whole floor so that your floor looks the same again. Site finishing gives you many more options and allows you to really extend the lifespan of your floor to the utmost.
That's great. Are there any other tips you would share with people about
It really depends on how you use your floor. If you're going to be in that space for a long time, you're always ahead by using a site finish flooring option. If you're in and out, it's your starter home, you're not going to be there very long, you don't have a very big budget, maybe a pre-finished floor is the right thing for you at that time in your life. But if this is the place you want to be, this is a floor you want your children and grandchildren and great-grandchildren to still live on, the only way to do that is with a site finish floor.
That's great. Wonderful. Well, thank you so much.
Absolutely. Thank you.
We look forward to seeing you for our next episode about floors here at Zena Forest Products.